Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's currently morning where I am. The time is 9:15. It's currently 9:15, and it's Monday, the 7th of August, 2023. And I'm running a few errands for my little sister. I took leave and I took an entire week off. Well, it's actually 4 days because Wednesday is a holiday. It's Women's Day. So it's just Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then next week I'm back to working again. Cool. So I think the last time I took leave was in probably March, early in the year, March, April, thereabouts. So I needed this break. I really did. Cool. I am wearing my new wig. It's not customized, it's not even cut off, but I felt like wearing it and I think it looks kind of cute. So a mini life update. Guys, I did remove some of the videos that I had put up like last week, the introduction video and my first vlog. I had a conversation with my mom regarding my life and our entire lives, like as a family. So there's like, just like any other family in my family, like even our the extended members of my family, there's a lot that goes on, guys. There's a lot that has been going on for years, for close to 10 years now. There's been family feud, nanny. And so my mom felt that me putting my life out there, showing people some of the developments that have been happening in my life, wasn't so much of a good idea, especially because it's gonna eventually get to my family members that we have feud with. Yeah, guningi, guys, guningi. Maybe that's another story time for another day. I don't know if I'll ever be ready to tell that story. But I think some of my high school friends, or everybody that I went to high school with, would probably know, would see I went through the most. I went through the most, especially got me trick, guys. I almost didn't write. I was hospitalized like a week before. No, it was probably like a month before my exams, because I actually bounced back and I came back and I studied and I wrote my exams and I still passed. But anyway, yeah, there was a time where I couldn't walk. Guning, guys, guning. I don't want to get into it just yet, and I don't even know if my mom is gonna even allow me to even tell those stories. But yeah, so that's just my mom's concern. So I've decided to restructure my YouTube channel, though I just feel so irritated by that I have to now shrink my life just to accommodate other people that have feud with us. Feuding as and guys. Guys, I can't. So guys, we're gonna do the story time today. I know I've been doing a lot of content sitting in my car and I don't like it either, but I'm always on the road. I am always on the road. I'm always on the road. So we're gonna have two parts to the story time because it's quite lengthy, it's quite long. And if I cut it short into just 30 minutes, you guys are not gonna get the juice out of it. So I want you to grasp as much from the story. And disclaimer, I have already spoken to the person and he's given me the go-ahead to tell the story on grounds that I don't mention his name. I'm not gonna mention his name. We're gonna come up with names and we're gonna give him the name Paul. He's gonna be Paul. Anyway, so let's get on with the story. Stories about Paul. So let's set the location and time. Location, it's in Sweetwaters. No, it's in Howie Quest, where I stay, Ekaya. Okay, no, as we in. Okay, guys, so this is how it started, right? I started working for the company that I currently work for last year in May, around May. So it's a black dominated company, which is something that I've never experienced in my life. You know, I've always worked in white dominated companies, and you know, there'd be like a few black people that I come across, and then I'd befriend them. Even till this day, I've got a friend that I met at my first job, Tsanelo, yeah, yabo. So kanjalo. So in most cases, I've been in white dominated working spaces, and this time, for the first time in my life, I'm in a black dominated work environment. So yeah, so guys, you know how it's like when you come up, when you're working with people that you obviously speak the same language with. I'm not saying guti kunjani, but it's easy. It's easy in terms of conversations. It's even easier in terms of developing friendships and stuff. Not ukuthi siya discriminate or anything, but it's just ikanjalo guys, ikanjalo. Nasesikoleni, if you went to a white dominated school, though you would have friends that are white, but you'll equally have like a black friend. You will gravitate more towards the black friend. Yabo, so ikanjalo. Cool. Even at my current job, we do have yabo abantu who are not black, and I am quite close to most of them. And though they way older than I am, but we're close. We like, they know that they can always depend on me. They know that they can always call me to order. In fact, I spend most of my time with them, yabo. So that's what I'm just trying to explain. Njengoba sengibleva ngazi nje lento ngoba 6-7 minutes. Cool. I guys kube njalo. So by virtue of being in that space, so I invited some of my colleagues over to my home. Usually on the 16th of December every year, we have a celebration at home because it's my parents' anniversary. Not a big celebration. It's usually like a family braai. So I thought, now I know people around. Well, they're not around, but Sweetwaters and Howick is not too far apart. And it was December. We had already closed in Jewasuk Valley. I think it was a day or 2 days after we had closed for the December recess. I called my friends and I'm like, Aibo, come over, let's have some meat. I'm having a bride home. I'd love for you to meet my parents, you know. Aibo, they came over. So a friend of mine, I'm gonna call him Samuel. A friend of mine, Samuel from work, he came with his friend Paul. So Paul is my ex-boyfriend. I told you that we're gonna give him an alien name, Paul. So he came with Paul. Paul no Samuel, and another friend of mine. We can call him Michael. Okay, so I had 3 friends basically over, 3 people over at my house. I had Samuel, I had Paul, and I had Michael. And then my sister came with her friend, who is really now part of our family, right? Yes, Utogo is like our little sister now. She's always at home. So I'm not even going to count her as a friend. I'm just going to say Togo came, and you'll know that Togo's my sister's friend, but she's always at home. She's like family now. So Togo came, and yeah, the entire family was there. But guys, it was really nice. It was really nice. Cool. We had a good time. We brought the meat. We started playing 30 seconds. After that, we decided, no, second location, let's go somewhere else, because we were so noisy and the rents were trying to sleep. It was already late and the rents were trying to sleep, and so we thought second location. We went to the second location, and the second location was at Saki's. If you know Pietermaritzburg, or if you are around Pietermaritzburg, you'd know where Saki is, go Victoria. So we went to Saki. Minage, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I don't do anything. So me going out to Saki's on that day was big for me. I was really looking forward to it. I'm like, oh, let's experience the life. Yeah, well, when I go out, I just go out to like eat, picnic, because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do, I don't listen to say youth. I guess I'm happy, I'm with people. I've got a reason to go out. I can't, like, umuntu ngaphuzo ngayenzini uzovukela ni kuba hamba eSakhe nje on a random day. It It wouldn't make sense. We have a good time. Also, I left my phone in the car. And then I tell Paul, because Paul and I have warmed up to each other. We've all sung it. Everyone, we now close. We spent the entire day. We bride meet. We've all warmed up to each other. So now, Paul, I left my phone in the car. Paul is like, no, let's order something, and then after that I'll accompany you to the car to get the phone. And I'm like, oh, chill vibes. I obviously order Coke, he orders whatever he orders, and we have a good time, ne? Then we go to the car to get my phone. I think Michael could just see that Paul was into something. So when we were going to the car to get my phone, Michael followed us. And then I went to the car again. I just took my phone and I went back. Then we were just talking again. Paul he was asking me questions. So what did you study? I'm like, I studied supply chain. Where? I'm like, UK. And it's like, oh wow, I also did supply chain, but I studied at sorry, I'm not gonna say the name of the school, because it's gonna, you'll know exactly. If you know him, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about, right? So he's telling me, hi, I also did supply chain, where, XYZ school, right? I'm like, oh, okay, cool, nice. And then he tells me that he works for a supply chain company. I'm like, okay, nice. And yeah, he works for one of the biggest logistics or transportation companies in Africa. I believe they're the biggest. But guys, none in Yaz. If you see someone who's dressed in that uniform, you know, say this person, because apparently they're big, yeah. So he works for that company. So we have a good conversation. Now we've got something to talk about. We're talking about supply chain. We're talking about jobs around supply chain. We're talking about market saturations. We're talking. It's a good conversation. It's a friendly one, but equally, there's a lot of growth. We're growing each other. I just studied supply chain, but I don't practice it as yet, because unemployment, you just take the job that comes. So previously I had stated that I'm a partnerships manager. Partnerships and supply chain are two different things. Two different things. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good job. I love my job, and yeah, but I didn't actually study it. Cool guys, time goes by. Paul asks for my number, and obviously I give it to him, because Paul is already in the industry. If there are vacancies in supply chain, he should pass them down. Because okay, cool guys, so I just quickly went, sorry, that's horrible, just quickly went to the story, the clip that I had recorded earlier on, and Yang Tengisa Guti, where we stopped. So I was just talking about how I wanted we were talking about our careers and supply chain, since we both did supply chain and stuff, and he's already working for a big supply chain company, rather a big logistics company. So I'm having lemon water and juice, sorry, lemon water, yeah, with ice. Lemon water and juice, lemon water and ice. I love these cups, love them loads. Anyway, yeah, so we're busy talking about that. It's okay, you want to get into supply chain, I'll hook you up with vacancies and stuff, so take my number and stuff. I give him my number. Also, apart from vacancies, I also give him my number, because I'm like, you're a cool guy, we can hang out and stuff, right? Okay, this is the 16th of December, right? 17th December. Okay, so we stayed at Saki's up until morning, guys. Like, I got the experience of my life, because I don't go out. I don't go out to like pubs and stuff. That's what I mean. But I do go out to restaurants. I do go out everywhere else. So I got the experience of my life. So I only got home, my sister and I we only got home at 5 in the morning. So we were with them the whole night. Bekumnandi nje, bekumnandi, bekumnandi yabo. Okay, mhla 17 December. So it was my first time. It was my colleagues and my family were meeting for the very first time. So I think my colleagues were just like, "Aibo ngeke, don't, your sister should never say that we were not a good vibe. So let's do part 2 of what happened yesterday, yabo, with more people, right?" So we went to Wembley. Yeah, we went to Wembley, a good venue. It's a beautiful house that they have there, and we basically had part 2 of what had transpired the day before. It's just that we were indoors this time around. Same people, but sekukhona nabanye that I was meeting for the first time. Abanye babo. So yabo. Okay, fine. On that day, something horrible happened to me. That's another story for another day. I think that story, I'm gonna tell it with the actual person, because him and I are quite good friends now. We're such good friends. I don't think he's gonna mind telling the story with me. But yeah, I'm gonna ask him if we can sit down and just tell the story of how he almost became my biggest enemy. Actually, he did become an enemy of mine, but so I forgave him, and now we're just good friends. So something bad had happened. We're still gonna tell that story. I just hope that story doesn't surface during this story in terms of like comments, people commenting, people that were there, because that will be another thing. So I want to tell it, and I'm actually going to tell it with the person that right? I don't think he's gonna mind. I'll call him and confirm. Anyway, so everybody was just like, "No, lento ayenzile okay, I'm gonna call him Keto Gush." So what Keto did was wrong. He shouldn't have done that. You need to apologize. This is not what we're about as gents in this group. So nje wrong when I Keto nje some judge Keto, yes. And I stopped talking to Keto. I blocked him. I remember I had his stuff in my car. I went to Wembley and I asked him, I called him, I'm like, "Dude, what am I supposed to do with the things that she left in my car?" Because we're traveling together the previous day. And he's just like, "Do whatever you want to do with it." So I just threw it over the gates and I left. Okay, cool. So back to the story again. Keto did something bad to me. So Paul I think Paul was already like attracted to me even before Intoya Keto, even before him becoming protective of me, Gentoga Keto. He was already like, "No, this girl we can gel with, yabo." So Paul he's being Mr. Nice Guy, cause yabo, he's trying to make me feel better, because konke kubi ku wrong yabo. Nje go through kuning ngiwan so okay, cool, fine. I leave, my sister and I, we leave, we go home, we come back home. Best figure like kaya, okay, ati angfanele uPaul, ati nonto, how are you okay, how are you doing, I'm sorry about what happened to you last night and stuff. And then he's just like, "Nonto, I've been meaning to talk to you. I really like you, and I'd appreciate it so much if you and I, became an item." And I'm just like, "Keto, no, I'm ready, kids. Sorry, not Keto, Paul. I'm not ready, Paul. I'm just not ready. I'm not ready. I'm going through a lot that I'm trying to figure out in my life. I'm just not ready for a relationship, yabo." Paul would say, "No, he doesn't mind waiting, but I shouldn't keep him waiting for that long, yabo." Lanto that guys say. Just thought I'd show my face, guys. There's my sunglasses, though I feel like I need the sunnies because the sun is directly on me. But yeah, I'm gonna show my face a bit. Aibo atigu Keto, okay, cool. Go right, yabo. Keto ashonjalo. Go right, yabo. sorry, not Kettle, Paul. Why am I focused on Kettle? Okay, cool. So Paul, he like the it's a cut, guys. Days go by. His attention is out of this world. He checks up on me, he calls me, he because I was already on recess, you know, right? I guess different industries. Yeah. Anyway, he checks up on me. How was your day? What are you going to be doing today and stuff? Kumnandi. Yayiva. Kisho log. Ay. Okay. Namik. Nam. Guys judge if it makes you guys feel better. Nami guys judge. This is what I do. I catch feelings for Paul, and I get into a relationship with Paul on the 23rd of December 2023. So 16th December, okay, 17th December, it's okay, 18th December, 19th December, 20th December, 21 December, 23 December, I finally say yes to his request. Ne? Paul and I date, fam. Yay, ngisho lokho ngithi nje Paul and I date for days. Saba la power couple. And Meng figured, like, when I'm with him, yo guys, the amount of respect that we used to get from his friends. Remember Paul, I met through I met his friends, some of his friends, Labeng Sebenza now, way before I met him. But now when they wanted things from me, for example, you know, they would go through Upo before they get to me. Samuel, yo Paul, bengisacela mama lisivakashele lizohlala nemama lami. Yabo, angeke uze kuthiwa nonto, woza uzohlala nemama lami. Yabo, it would go through him. Nje, maybe some people don't like it, but personally I enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it because guys, I think no matter it's a Zulu thing or it's an African thing, but it's got that thing. Anyway, so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. Guys. I think because, okay, jokingly, some of Samo, because Samo would randomly say, so like I said, I don't drink, right? Everyone else that we're hanging out with drinks. I don't. So Usamo would randomly say, not even, guys, we've got chickens at home. So if you hear the noise at the background, then oh. So Usamo would randomly say, not even randomly, probably randomly, but jokingly, he would say, Aibo, I once said, this one incident that I remember very well. Ngathi Paul like ngathi Paul uphuzile, or you know usuphuzile, like, you know, you drank, but I think I said it in Zulu. I think I said utagiwe, yabo Paul utagiwe, but like I wasn't swearing at him. I was just basically saying Paul has had a lot to drink. I remember I think I said Paul is drunk. Oh, ngathi uphuzile, Paul uphuzile, yabo. So my colleague, because they've given Paul another level of respect, my colleague says to me, "Hi bo wena, indoda akushiwo ukuthi iphuzile, kuthiwa indoda idlile." Yabo, jokingly, siyajoka, and we laughed about it. And then I remember, that's my nephew. And then I remember saying kulo ntuza kuPaul ngisho ukuthi ayibo uPaul uphuzile, sesisodwa ke ngasekho ke uSamo. Athi uPaul kumina, hayibo akushiwo nje kwindoda, serious face athi akushiwo nje kwindoda ukuthi iphuzile kuthiwa idlile. How okay ntombi. Okay ntombi, sekushintshile sesifike lapho. Okay, cool. Kube leyo nto ke nje leyo ke ukuthi and I remember there was once a time sasibuye eThekwini, guys, we went to Durban. Okay, wait, what I meant by people will go when they want things from me, they would go through him. I'm gonna give you an example that just came to my mind. So Samuel was taking his family to Durban for vacation, yabo, and they had one car, and I think they were more than what the car could hold in terms of capacity. So they asked me if I can join them on the Durban trip so that we can have two cars and then everybody can be in a car. I'm like, Samuel Vele, that's an opportunity for me to go to Durban, because one thing about home in December, I enjoy it. December. So Vele bangifakile petrol kwabanjalo. So before Samuel came to me, he asked uPaul, yabo, bekuthi into eziconcern mina zidlule kuPaul, mase yabo mina ngitshelwa sengicelwa uPaul, yabo. So uzohlabeka mntase, buya lapho uzolimala. Yo ingane, guys. Okay, so ilo ntuzana ke so yayenza kanjalo ke ne. So I remember this one time we were coming from Durban, sasiphuma kuleya trip ke yamnganami, yabo. So there's a road, I'm driving, I drive my car, I mean. So there's a road, yabo, there's a road that goes down, but you're not allowed to turn right on that road. It's only going right for cars that are already coming up. If you're coming from this side, you're not allowed to turn right, kanj. You can only go up. But obviously it was at night, and you know, people do all sorts of things at night. But I don't believe in that. I think you still need to drive right, even no matter what I mean, because you never know who's following you. You never know hours, you never know. So when we get into that road, Ati Upoli, so I tell Paul, Paul tells me that I need to take rights. Mister, I tell Paul, Paul, no, I can't take rights because means that the road is not going down. Legally, the road is not going down. Oh, Paul, no, you can't turn. I tell Paul, no, you can't. You can even see the right sign, and then it's like, it's no, yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. If you drive, you know what I mean. And then obviously we argue about that, and then Samuel, I'm gonna say you both of you are right. You're not allowed to turn legally here, but it's at night and there aren't a lot of cars, so you can actually turn. Cool. I didn't turn. I don't listen to save anybody's life. Even to save my own life, I don't listen. I do what my mind tells me. So when we get home, I was going to sleep at Paul's house that day because it was already late, and also, why not? I give Paul. When we get home, Paul is like, but she's so stubborn. This arguing that we did in the car earlier on was not it. Was just not it, especially not in front of people, you know. Just like, okay, but like, did what you like say make sense? Did it actually make sense? And he's like, yeah, you should have waited and stuff. Okay, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm sorry. Okay, maybe to a certain extent I was wrong, and yes, and guys, and yes, but we should always be open to what people say about us. Yeah, okay. The sun is bad, guys. Sorry, but the sun is horrible. Okay, cool. So maybe I should actually change and sit there. And yes, man. But I think it's as an and mind. I don't mind the zars or okay. So guys. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So we're already fighting, like these mini fights. Already we've fought 2 times. I'm sure we fought a whole lot of other times before that, but these are the 2 that I recall. Wow, yabo. Okay, mhla 20 bani lona mhlambe this is probably mhla 26, 27 December. The relationship started nini mhla 23 December. Cool. Okay, iqhubeke relationship guys. Mhla 1 December, sorry, mhla 1 January we're still together. And then I was with him. Okay, mhla 1 there's a story. Yo, Paul O, I get judged. I get judged sometimes. Yo, okay, mhla 1 December, okay, guys. I'm judging Paul, guys. I'm judging. Mhla 1 December, mhla 1 January rather 2023 this year.